Right. Well, good evening and welcome to this regular meeting for Monday, February 14th. Do apologize for the slight delay. We had some technical difficulties. If we could please all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mr. Grigsby? Here. Mrs. McCarthy?
Here.
Mrs. Saxon?
Here.
Mrs. Tamira?
Here.
Mr. Vaca?
Here. Finalization of the agenda. Is there anything to add and or delete?
Agenda is final as presented.
Thank you very much. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the written summary of the organizational and regular minutes for meetings on January 4th, 2022 and January 18th, 2022.
Moved. Second.
Moved by Ms. Tamira, second by Ms. Saxon. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Tamira?
Yes.
Mrs. Saxon?
Yes.
Mr. Grigsby?
Yes.
Mrs. McCarthy?
Same.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes. Okay, we'll move right into the superintendent's treasurer's report.
We are excited to present to the board our February students and staff members of the month. I will turn it over to Mrs. Andrea Vance at ECLC to get us started.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It is my pleasure tonight to introduce our students of the month. Our first student of the month that I'd like to introduce is Joey Kovac. And Joey is in Ms. Mercado's classroom. And Ms. Mercado says that she is very proud of Joey. He has made great progress in school this year and has improved with his speech and communication skills.
Hold on.
He has also improved.
1 second to just pick something here. All right,
There you are.
there he is.
Were they able to hear me? Should I just start?
And hearing you has not been a problem. We just didn't have the content able to share for a
All
second.
right. Well, we get to see you now, Joey. Joey has improved with his speech and communication skills and also improved academically and socially. Joey has been a great friend and helper in the classroom. Congratulations, Joey. Our next student of the month in kindergarten is Scarlett Hay. And Scarlett, I think I saw you on. Scarlett is in Miss Missouri's classroom. And Miss Missouri writes that Scarlett is always trying her hardest and putting her best effort forward in everything she does. She is a wonderful role model in the classroom and contributes so much to the class. Congratulations, Scarlett. And next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Heffron from Liberty.
Hello, everyone, and happy Valentine's Day. It is my pleasure to introduce the Liberty Students of the Month. And our first student of the month is a first grader from Mrs. Wiggenhorn's class, and it is Noah Gianfrido. So, and here's what Mrs. Wiggenhorn has to say about Noah. Noah comes to school excited to learn every day. She is a hard worker and always tries her best. I can always count on Noah to be doing the right thing. She is a wonderful example of what it means to be Ranger strong. Keep up the great work. Excellent job, Noah. Our next student of the month was nominated by Mrs. Burns in second grade, and his name is Weston Baker. And here's what Mrs. Burns has to say about Weston. Weston is a terrific example of Ranger strong. He is always participating and trying his best. Weston is also very responsible and a great friend to everyone that interacts with him. Keep up the great work and always keep smiling. Great job, Weston. And it is my pleasure to introduce from NRAC, Mr. Michael King.
Good evening, everyone. I will be pulling double duty after NRAC. I will then be sharing the Students of the Month from Ranger High Tech as well. So starting off for NRAC, we have Miss Michaela Johnston. Michaela was selected for her strength in herself and her courage every day to tackle what obstacles as they may come. Michaela is Ranger strong with her ability to make new friends and work well with them on assignments, embracing both teamwork and respect. No matter what Michaela may be doing, she always has the time to help those in need around her, whether adults or students. Thank you, Michaela, for being Ranger strong. From 5th grade, we have Selena Torres. Selena's energy can light up the studio. Selena exemplifies ownership in Ranger Strong. She works very hard on her studies inside and outside of school. Selena is also strong in total as she is unafraid on taking new challenges that come her way. Selena is a person who can be counted on at all times to help in making NRAC a better place to be. From 7 Yellow, we have Lawrence Serpozo. Lawrence is truly a nice person. He embodies the Ranger Strong attribute of necessity because he always has a good heart. Every day, Lawrence sits at lunch with our intensive needs students and engages with them. When you speak with Lawrence about this, his face will light up and he will be so proud to share with you. We are proud of Lawrence for being a good friend to everyone and making everyone feel special, including making personalized bracelets for friends and staff members. From 8th grade, we have Jayla Watson. Jayla is an amazing young woman. She was brand new to North Ridgeville last school year and has grown and accomplished so much since then. Jayla's teachers say that she is extremely hardworking and not afraid to ask questions. She puts forth maximum effort at all times and is unfailingly polite and considerate. She cares about others and her smile lights up the room. Jayla is truly Ranger Strong. And now switching gears to Ranger High Tech. Set from 7th grade, Avery Lambert. From Coach Wood, we have Avery has done a wonderful job working within a team. Avery not only takes care of her responsibilities as a group member, but also offers to help other groups and other group members when she sees that they are in need. Avery also does a nice job of asking for help and including a coach in a conversation when she sees that there is a disconnect or miscommunication. Awesome job, Avery. We are very proud of you. Next, we have Trey Zaremba, and he comes to us from Coach Thacker and Coach Jeffrey. Trey is awesome. He is very respectful towards his classmates and coaches. Trey makes sure that all of his assignments are completed and turned in. He demonstrates problem-solving skills and works well with his peers. Keep up the great work, Trey. Moving on to the high school to hear from Principal Jamie Lermo.
We have 2 students today, 2 seniors. The first one is Grace Huang. Grace is a great choice for February Student of the Month. Her teacher selected her, saying she strives to do her best each and every day at class. She is kind to her classmates and often offers help whenever she can. Grace, a senior who has followed a well-rounded curriculum during her time at NRHS. She has explored everything from piano to strength and conditioning to culinary fundamentals, all while improving her grades each and every year. She enjoys running and working out and has been involved in FCA and drama club. Grace's favorite class is any kind of history. Her hobbies include modeling. In fact, she has signed with 2 modeling agencies and journaling. Grace's dream college is UCLA, but she says, I'm pretty practical and I have accepted a full scholarship to LCCC. I want to be debt-free. That was pretty wise for you. Her dream job is to sign on with a New York modeling agency and walk in New York's Fashion Week. Her spirit animal is an elephant because she is patient and strong. I am proud to highlight Grace as one of our senior students of the month. Next, we have Ashley Duncan.
Ashley is a fantastic choice for February Student of the Month. Her teacher selected her, saying, Ashley is a role model who always comes to class with a smile on her face and a positive attitude. She goes out of her way to help others and contribute to a positive school culture through service learning, doing the PA announcements, and serving as an office aide. Ashley, a senior, has followed a rigorous curriculum while at NRHS with a course load that includes several AP and honors courses. Her favorite class right now is anatomy and physiology. When not at school, Ashley enjoys playing video games. Her dream college is Ohio University, and she'd like to become a traveling nurse. Her spirit animal is an ant. Makes sense for such an industrious, reliable young woman. I am very proud to count her among our February Senior Students of the Month.
Congratulations to all of our February Students of the Month. And I will now turn it over to Annie Hoskeller, who will introduce our staff members for February.
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of the Board of Education, it is my pleasure to acknowledge the entire district nursing team as our staff members of the month. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the nursing team endured the enormous responsibility of providing a safe and healthy environment for our students and staff. For nearly 2 years now, this group of employees has risen to each new challenge the pandemic has presented. The North Ridgeville City Schools are fortunate to have such a dedicated and skilled nursing staff, which is always a great asset to our students, but certainly highlighted during such a difficult time in healthcare. Our nurses that I would like to recognize tonight are Ms. Rhonda Carson. She serves as our district's head nurse. Mrs. Carson graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing and worked as a registered nurse for every hospital. Rhonda has worked in the district since 2007, as she was first hired as a healthcare associate at Liberty Elementary. Most recently, Ms. Carson has taken on the immense responsibility of being our district COVID-19 coordinator. Mrs. Lisa Evans was hired as a healthcare associate leave replacement this past October. Mrs. Evans has been a valued healthcare associate substitute for our district, and before joining the North Ridgeville City Schools, she had worked in the nursing field for more than 42 years, the last 20 of those serving in administrative roles. Lynn Petroff is currently the healthcare associate at Liberty Elementary. Lynn was hired as a substitute nurse healthcare associate in 2001 and became a full-time healthcare associate in 2007. Before coming to NRCS, Lynn was employed by the American Red Cross and university hospitals. Sherry Piper has spent two separate stints with our district. Luckily, she returned to us in 2018 and is currently the healthcare associate at the Early Childhood Learning Center and Ranger High Tech Academy. Sherry also worked for the North Coast Jaw and Implant Center. Denise Rice was a substitute nurse healthcare associate for the North Ridgeville City Schools since 2018. She was hired as the high school healthcare associate in 2018. Before working at NRCS, she served as an LPN for both a Lutheran home and at Kaiser Permanente. And finally, Ms. Kathy Winkle was a support staff substitute employed by the North Ridgeville City Schools in August of 2005. And in 2009, began adding healthcare associate to her list of substitute positions in the district. In 2019, she was hired full-time as a healthcare associate in our academic center. As you can see, our district has benefited by the vast experience of this group. Once again, the Board of Education, the administration, teachers, and staff are truly grateful for your continued dedication for keeping our buildings a safe and healthy environment for all. Rhonda, Lisa, Lynn, Sherry, Lisa, and Kathy, thank you for all you do for the North Ridgeville City Schools. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all of our healthcare providers and workers in the community, as I know many of our students' parents and spouses of our employees continue to provide excellent care in the healthcare field. So thank you for all that you do.
Hostetler, and certainly congratulations are in order for our district nursing team and all of our students of the month. And Annie said it best, the amount of work and unknowns that were thrown at this group of people over the past 2 years has been immense, and they have handled it with great and complete care and concern for the staff and students, so we appreciate all that they have done. The final report is by Mrs. Jackie Vance, who's going to give a legal update on our federal funding.
Sure.
Good evening, everyone. While Paul brings up the presentation, which you also have a copy of, this is one of the requirements that we need to do annually, which is to update the public and also you of our federal funding that we receive here in North Ridgeville City Schools. It is a brief presentation, and I'm happy to do this for you so you have the information. As you'll see, there are four main types of federal funding. We have our Title I, Title IIA, Title IV, and IDEA Part B. IDEA Part B also includes IDEA Part b, which is our preschool program. So in case, as we go through, if you ever wondered what that means, that's what it's about. The next, wait, it went too far. Okay. So our Title I is about improving basic programs. This money is based upon the number of students on free and reduced lunch. The money is to be used to improve basic programming. The money must be used at a school that has a free and reduced population within 5% of the building with the largest F&R percentage, free and reduced. We cannot use the money to pay for things that the general fund is used to pay for, so things purchased must be in addition to what we have always offered. And so the number that I have listed here is our change from last year to this year. So we have an increase of $25,960. Nearly all of this money was used on the salary and benefits for our Title I, or for Title I teachers at Liberty.
Need me to advance it?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
All right, our Title IIA is supporting effective instruction. The amount of money we get is determined by the state and is based on a percentage that they must give each local district. The money is to be used to support effective instruction through professional development by paying consultants, workshops, sub-costs, or supplies that are needed for the training to take place. We cannot, again, use the money to pay for things that the general fund is used to pay for. So things purchased must be in addition to what we have always offered. And so we saw an increase of that this year of $8,521. And all of these funds were used for salaries and professional development for early literacy. Our Title IV, Student Support and Academic Enrichment, is a new federal fund with less regulations than the others. And when I say new, it's not new this year, but it's newer in the last couple of years. I think it came out 3 or 4 years ago. The amount of money we get is determined by the state, and it's based on a percentage they must give to each local district. The money is to be used to support students and to encourage academic enrichment opportunities with a maximum of 15% set aside for technology. We cannot use the money to pay for things that the general fund is used to pay for, so things purchased must be in addition to what we have always offered. Kind of getting a trend with that, with all of this money. So change from the 2021 school year is $479, and the funds are used to expand our STEM offerings in the district. IDEA Part B, Special Education Funds. These funds provided to the local school district to support special education program and those students identified with a disability. The money amount is calculated by looking at our percentage of students that qualify with disabilities and what those disabilities are. The change from the 2021 school year was a total of $14,167. These funds are also used to pay for the salaries and benefits of intervention specialists throughout the district. Our IDEA Part B, Special Ed Early Childhood, provides funding to the local school district to support special education programs to those of students identified with disabilities in preschool ages 3 to 5. That money amount is calculated by looking at our percentage of students, the quality of the disability, the qualifying area of the disability and what those disabilities are. And the change for this year was $1,320. And again, we use those funds specifically to pay for the benefits of paraprofessionals working at our preschool along with their salaries. Okay. No major changes. As you can see, there are some slight increases, but nothing that is significant from year to year. Okay, any questions?
John, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Somebody has announcements this evening. We'll move right into the hearing of the public. It's an opportunity for anybody in the public who would like to address the Board of Education. Please address the podium and sign it. Seeing none, we will consent agenda. Recommended for the Board of Education consent agenda resolution as presented.
Second.
By Mr. McCarthy, seconded by Mr. Mira. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. McCarthy?
Yes.
Mrs. Tamira?
Yes.
Mr. Grigsby? Yes. Mrs. Saxon? Baca?
Yes. And the finance audit report, Mr. McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. Baca. It's recommended that the Board of Education approve the financial report and report of interest and investments for January 2022. I move that we approve this finance audit report in one reading.
Moved by Mr. McCarthy, second by Ms. Tamira. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. McCarthy?
Yes.
Mrs. Tamira?
Yes.
Mr. Grigsby? Yes. Mrs. Saxon?
Yes.
Mr. Baca?
Yes. Move into the human resources report, Ms. Saxon. I apologize, Mr. Grigsby.
We have a few items to consider under the human resources report. 2 certified leave replacement appointments, 2 hourly tutor contracts, 1 special project supplemental contract, 1 support staff appointment, 1 unpaid volunteer recognition, 1 certified staff leave of absence, 1 support staff leave of absence, 1 non-represented support staff resignation, 1 support staff resignation. And I move to approve the human resource item in one reading.
Second.
Briefly, second by Ms. McCarthy. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Grigsby?
Yes.
Mrs. McCarthy?
Yes.
Mrs. Saxon?
Abstain.
Mrs. Tamira?
Yes.
Mr. Baca?
Yes. It is recommended the Board of Education enter into executive session to discuss the employment dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, compensation for public employees and matters related to negotiations of public employees. There will be no action to follow.
No.
Second, moved by Ms. Saxon, seconded by myself. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Saxon?
Yes.
Mr. Baca?
Yes.
Mr. Grigsby?
Yes.
Mrs. McCarthy?
Yes.
Mrs. Tamira?
Yes.
Thank you for joining us this evening, and happy Valentine's Day to everybody.